have nothing to do with entertaining godlessness. Not godliness, godlessness. So he's saying, I want you to eliminate that. I want you to throw that out. Now, there's a heartbreak moment, as I showed you in the beginning of the scripture. We said some people are going to depart from the faith. Well, how are they going to do that? Why are they going to do that? Well, he gives us some examples. He says, well, first of all, one of them is going to be, it's going to be legalism. And I want you to eliminate legalism in your life. What is that? That is rules for rules' sake. That's saying that you're just going to obey this and do this. There's no heart behind it. There's no honoring Jesus behind it. There's no love of Jesus behind it. It's just don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that. It's legalism. And he says, I want you to eliminate that. I want you to take that and I want you to throw it away. And so that's the first thing that he says there. He says in the legalism of they're forbidding marriage and demanding abstinence from foods. Don't worry about the legalism. But at the same time, I don't want you to be living with conscience seared. I don't want you to be living in disobedience because it's going to pull you away from your faith. And I want you to make sure that you're not living in disobedience from God because I don't want you to leave God in your obedience. I don't want you to leave God in your mindset. I want you to know the obedience is the most blessed thing you could do is walk in obedience to God. He's done this for your good. And so I want you to take this disobedience and I don't want your consciences to be seared. Did you see that? Let me just say, it's just FYI, keep a tender conscience. It's really dangerous when we begin to sear, burn, make numb our conscience. And I want you to throw away disobedience. Eliminate that disobedience. Throw it in the trash can. If you're really going to walk with God, we got to throw that disobedience away. We got to throw that legalism away. And we got to really make sure that we throw away. He begins with, he says that some are paying attention to deceitful spirits and the teaching of demons. Now, that's a big phrase. We have deception all around us. You know what deception is? Deception is best, kind of tricks us when it's just a little off the truth. It's just a little off. Oral Hershiser was a famous pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they asked him this, how do you strike out so many people? He says, I find out what the batter wants and I throw it just a little outside. If he loves fastballs, I give him a fastball. Just give it a little outside, a little inside. If he loves curveballs, I give curveballs. What is it that your flesh loves that the enemy could deceive you and just throw it just a little bit outside? Looks like truth, sounds like a good thing, but it's deception. He says, I want you to take that, I want you to eliminate that, and then you got to throw it away. Have nothing to do with, is what it says in verse 7, but have nothing to do with pointless and silly myths. It says then that some are walking in hypocrisy, that through hypocrisy of liars, their conscience is seared. So we've got to throw hypocrisy away of saying one thing and living another. We got to throw that away and say, no, we're going to eliminate that from our lives. We're going to walk with God in a right and true way. We're going to throw that into the trash can. And then lastly, I give you this. What is it for you? What is it for you that pulls your heart away from God? Well, Paul's telling Timothy, I want you to have nothing to do with that godlessness. I want you to take that and I want you to throw it away and get rid of all of those things. Because I don't want you to be deceived because the Spirit is explicitly saying that some in the latter days will depart from the faith. And it's true for Ephesus and it's true for Houston. And unfortunately, we know people that have departed from the faith. We know people that have left the faith. Famous people possibly, people that are close to you that you love. And I just want you to know it should break our heart as believers. Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.